Hey guys, my name is Akshita. I'm a data analyst and a travel enthusiast.
I'm Anagh. I'm a finance bro and a tech geek. And you're listening to The Why Quadrant, the weekly podcast where we discuss the why behind human society and behavior.
Lessons from pop culture and our own experiences to lead a more intentional, efficient, and happy life.
Hi Akshita, are you back from your amazing surfing holiday?
Hi, Anagh. Yeah, dude, I just got back yesterday and oh my God. Oh my God, what beautiful weekend I've had. I swear. There's so many things I did, so many experiences. It was too much fun. Like, I feel like I can talk about it for hours, but yeah, I think it was too much fun.
maybe we'll have a dedicated episode of
I swear,
Akshita's
just for
surfing
this.
holiday. um, but I mean,
What about
you
you?
were
How was your weekend?
I mean, pretty. So my week was basically work, study, and workout. That is it. Very
Nice.
boring. But I've started going out on the weekends, just meeting people for drinks and dinner and things like that. So some semblance of normalcy is creeping in
That's
now.
nice. I like how now there's slowly a social aspect to your introductions as well.
Yeah,
Progress, real progress.
progress. And on that note, let's introduce our exciting guest for today. Our guest for today is a pineapple enthusiast, and his name is Femi. Femi, would you like to introduce yourselves to our listeners?
Come on, Anna. You were not meant to start with that. Okay, hi everybody. My name is no, okay, I think I'll call my full name. My name is Odu Oluwafemi Daniel. Yeah, but you can call me Femi. That's like very easy to pronounce. What about me? Let me see. Yeah, I'm from Badagry, a very beautiful city in Lagos State, Nigeria, West Africa. Um, a little bit of background about Femi. Yeah, Femi. I had my undergrad in engineering physics from one of the best universities in Nigeria, like we like to say, Obafemi Awolowo University. Um, Professional career, I've been a salesman all through my career. So I started my career at Procter and Gamble as a key account manager, then transitioned from Procter and Gamble to Penorica, where I currently sell alcohol. So whenever you meet me on the road or you meet me anywhere, I tell you, what do I do for a living? I sell alcohol. That's practically it. I love to have fun. I love meeting people. I love going out. I love trying out new things, and that's why you definitely see me at the nightclub. And that's why this topic is actually very interesting to me because I think that's part of my day-to-day life. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm very excited to be here to have this chat with you. Yeah, thanks for having me on board, Anag and Akshita.
Femi, we are very, very psyched to have you on board, and I
Very
promise
excited.
that was the last pineapple joke I'm going to
We're
make
gonna make
throughout.
in this entire
It,
podcast. I cannot promise you that,
it
but
had
yeah.
better be. Really? You hear from my lawyers.
Okay. And yeah, I feel like for today's episode, we should have gotten alcohol to record this, but I guess by if it's, I mean, we made the smart decision to record this podcast on a Wednesday night. And I also feel that if we had too much to drink, by the end of our episode, our listeners would stop listening to our future episodes.
Yeah, they'd just be like, okay,
Well,
then.
that's true. Cause that's true. That's true. I agree.
I feel like
All right.
Anand and
So
I,
let's
both of us
introduce the.
had uh, like Femi in mind when we talked about this particular topic. So yeah, interesting to
Oh,
have you here.
100%. In fact, Femi is like the personification of someone who is so much fun, who likes to go out, and
I
his
swear, like every
day
time I
job
see his
is
Instagram
selling alcohol.
stories. Yeah, every time
Oh
I
my
see his
god.
Instagram stories, it's so much fun. It looks like, oh my, I'm just like, oh, cannot wait to party with this. Cannot at all.
Well,
Yeah, and
that's what I do for fun. So it's called having fun while walking. Yeah, I guess.
Yes, exactly. I think that's the way to live life.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, so let me formally introduce the topic for today. The topic for today is, why are nightclubs slash cool bars awkward, but parties or house parties more fun? And to start off this discussion, I want to. So there's this 2014 article from Wait But Why that I want to read the initial few, like the introduction passage from it, because I feel like it talks about the concept of clubs and cool bars really well. So it says, in most cities around the world, bars are at the core of the social scene and go hand in hand with youth culture, which is weird because this is a diagram that exists. And there's this Venn diagram which has things you voluntarily choose to do all the time as one circle, and things that are horrible life experiences in the other circle. And their intersection is cool bars. The word bar can refer to a variety of places. A handy rule is, the cooler the bar, the more horrible the life experience it will provide. And on a weekend night, the quintessential cool, super popular, loud, dark city bar becomes a place of genuine hardship. And then talks about, if you were to consider an interesting, engaging person, the person you quote unquote should be, the one you think people would love, the happy and successful one, what would he or she look like? Charming, lots of friends who all love you, many others who wish for your time and attention, exciting activities, nights out, weekends full, social demand. Indeed, social plans are something of a mark of our social success, aren't they? They're a ready proxy for love and acceptance because they are evidence that people want to spend time with you. So you have your assurance that you will never actually be alone in this world. Okay, now that took a slightly macabre turn. But anyways, so
What a turn it
that's
took.
That's pretty interesting. So I think I read that article too, and I was like, wow, wow, wow. This pretty much sums up a lot. Honestly, because I think, no, don't worry. Maybe while you go on, I think there are some other interesting parts of that article that got me thinking about my life. Actually, what I consider fun, is it really fun? Because I think that article really dissected a lot of things.
Yeah, but and like I said, Femi, you are the person that this article mentioned. I think you are that person who, like, I personally want to emulate. So maybe let's talk about our personal memories, favorite memories, either at clubs or house parties. I'm sure, Femi, you have a favorite club that you've been to or you like going to, or a particular evening at one of these places that you had a good time. um,
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So you see, interestingly, yeah, I am more of a house party person. Yeah, so
okay.
I feel more at ease when I'm indoor with a select group. There's a lot of booze, there's cool music, and we're just having fun, we're chatting and just in. Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
comfortable. But
Yeah.
you know, it gets to a point where you want to have that wild experience. So there's this thing about me. Whenever I'm in a
Hmm.
new city or whenever I'm in a city, I tell myself I must experience the nightlife in that.
Yeah.
Like I need to know what the nightlife looks. So I use
That's really
the internet.
nice.
I want to know what the best club is. I want to know where the best DJs play. You get, because it's I see them as like once in a while. Sometimes you can experience it 2 times or 3 times though, but like once in a lifetime experiences. Yeah. So when you get to just party the night away, and talking about my favorite memories. So I think it was while I was in the uni. Yeah. So there was this crazy weekend. There was this crazy weekend where um, when I tell people this story, they don't believe, because we partied on Friday. Yeah, there was a birthday party at a club, or not really a club. It was like a sports bar. Yeah, so there was a birthday party there. We had fun like all through the night on Friday. Then someone stood up like around 3 a.m. and he was like, "Come on, guys, who hosted this party? I love everything. Yeah." And the celebrant was like, "Oh yeah, it's my party." He's like, "How much did you spend?" He just gave him a rough estimate. I was like, "Do you know what? I want the same set of people here. I want you guys to come back here tomorrow. I'm not celebrating anything. I just want us to have this same kind of fun on Saturday." And everyone was like, "Come on, why not? Yes, we're down." The next day we got calls. The guy brought out money. He paid for every single thing. The same kind of atmosphere. Everybody was back there on Saturday. Like, it was wild. So we partied all through Friday till like 5 a.m. On Saturday we were there like 8 p.m. Started partying to like 2, 3 a.m. On Sunday there was another party at the same venue. Like that was like one of the wildest weekend for me when I was in the uni. And on Monday I had an 8 a.m. lecture or something. Like I just got to class and I was sleeping. But come on, that memory stays with me forever. Like it's like
uh,
my favorite partying experience I can never forget in my life actually. But I have a lot more down the years. But that was like the
was
first time I actually experienced back to back.
wow,
That's
dude, that
awesome. Yeah. That
I
sounds
don't
so much fun.
I don't think I've ever
Trust
had
me, it was fun.
anything like that. But you're right. So, and in fact, I'm someone that hates going to clubs. Okay, the only reason I go to these places is because my friends are going, and literally 30 seconds in, after I'm inside, I repent going there because I absolutely hate being there. But there have been nights where I've gone and I've had a good time, and and most of them were in my university town. So in my university town of Durham, North Carolina, there's only one nightclub there called Shooters, and basically everyone who goes to Duke there will show up there on a Friday night or a Saturday night. And I mean, going there when your entire circle of friends, your entire class is essentially there, is like a very fun experience. But going to any other club anywhere else around the city with, let's say, a handful of friends has never been a very fun experience for me. um Akshita, do you have any experiences that you would want to talk about?
Yeah. Mommy, sorry. But yeah, well, obviously. So I think a big part about going out, I really enjoy going. I think that's a very fun experience. Equally, as much as I enjoy house parties, but it's not something I hate or I don't. So if there's any situation where a few friends are free, we'll just be like, let's go out somewhere tonight. And I think during uni, during undergrad, we were very strategically placed. Our college is very strategically placed on this road, which has clubs literally every 100 meters. So I think one of our like most of our memories, clubbing memories, are of club hopping from one place to the other place to the other place. And there was this one time where so in India we have this Zomato, which is like a food delivery or a food ordering app, and they had this 1+1 or 2+2 drinks offer which is going on, and that was there in all the restaurants on this road. So just imagine there are four of us or five of us, each of us have that 2+2. We go to one place, we go drink there, then we hop to the next one, and we have like a 20 such restaurants, bars, and clubs in one
Wow.
line. Yeah. So I, yeah. And because it was so close to our college, because it was literally not even a 3-minute walk from our college, we used to end up to these clubs at like a very broad daylight of 4 p.m. Not even nightclubs. It was
Wow.
just at 4 p.m. you start drinking. And then go through the night till like 11, 12, 1. And yeah, I think that it's not just one memory, but it's just this chain of memories that we did on a very regular basis, unfortunately. But yeah, that's I think that's one of our most favorites. I have a lot of good house party memories as well. I mean, house parties are very on the opposite side of the spectrum. It's very chill, relaxed, comfortable. You can just be yourself in the house. You have people you know. There's light music, someone's playing the guitar, you can watch a movie, someone's watching a game, someone's watching a match. You can either sit and chill with someone. So basically it's a very different vibe, and I think that's what we can discuss going forward.
Yeah, that's true actually. That like so I just want to jump in on that. So you see, something I've come to realize. I think being in the nightlife business, yes, I've come to realize the nightlife, or rather the clubbing scene. There's a lot of complexities. Yeah. What do I mean? So you see, a lot of things are happening in the nightlife scene. So in the club, a lot of things are happening. Of course, when I was in the outside, so as an undergrad or just a regular club goer, I didn't know all these things, so I just wanted to go there for the fun. But like coming to the other side of the business, I realized there are like 500 people in the club, but just like, and I think it was referenced in that article Anagh read during the opening. I think just like 30, 40% of the people in the club that night are actually there for the fun. the other 50-60% of the people have one thing or the other they are there for. Like when you start breaking down things that go on in the club and what people are doing, you'll be surprised and amazed. Like, okay, this one is here working, this is working, this person is working, this person is doing this, this person is doing this. Just a very handful of them in the club are actually having fun, or they are out for the night to party. While when it comes to house parties, like you said, it's just relaxed and everybody just comes there to actually really, really have fun. While I was in the uni, I used to host a couple of parties in my compound. Come now, thinking about it, I think I'm one hell of a party freak actually. So I used to host a couple of parties when I was in the uni, and I'm just
I'm so looking
realizing,
forward to this, Femi. I'm so looking.
I'm just realizing that. So they used to be fun, but it could never compare to the clubbing experience itself. So if I was to choose though, I think when I want to really go wild, I will to the club. When I just want to have fun and chill, I will stay in the house. But yeah, I think that's it. So I just wanted to drop that there.
Yeah, I
Anna,
think
you have the floor.
it really depends on the mood that you're in and also the group of people you're with. I think these two things really matter because if it's a group of people that you really just want to, as you said, relax with, chill with, but also have that same of kind of fun, you can do that in a house in a comfortable setting. But if it's a group of people you want to dance with, you want to get loud music and get outside and get doing something, then I think a club obviously makes more sense. So I think the vibe or the mood that you're in and the people you're with make a lot of difference whether you want to go clubbing or you want to have a house party.
Exactly. And that brings me to this. So I get angry when I'm in the club with a set of people and I see, especially the ladies, and you're on your mobile phone, like you're pressing your phone or you're trying to read or you're trying to play games on your phone and you're in the club. And I'm like, come on. So I have this mindset, yeah. I can't leave the comfort of my bed. I love to sleep. I love my house. I can't leave the comfort of my house, come out for the night and dare not have fun. So that's my mantra. If I'm going to leave the comfort of my house, I must have fun. Like, I don't care what every other person around me is doing. I must have fun. So I will dance even if I don't know how to dance. And trust me, I become a very, very mad dancer when there's alcohol in my system.
We need
So
to see
I
this.
will dance. I will dance. I will party. I will do everything. But interestingly, I think for the past like 1 year in my life, I've actually not been having fun in quotes when I go to the club. So like I was saying earlier, my typical life, I spend a part of my life in the nightlife, yeah. So let me give you perspective. Let me give you like how a typical night in my life can look, right? Say on a Friday night, I'm out by 10 p.m. Oh no, say 7 p.m. So I go to the low energy bars, so your sports bars, your lounges, and the likes. Yeah. So I'm in these low energy spaces where you can actually just sit down, have very good food, fine dining, have very good wine, have conversations with friends. I mean, this kind of outlets, yeah, just checking on the decision makers, having fun, just talking and talking. Then, as the night goes by, like 10 p.m., 11 p.m., I move to the high energy space, which is what you know as the nightclubs, yeah. So I'm in the first high energy space from like 11 p.m. till 11:30. I just want to see what's happening. What's it called? So I'm observing, yeah. So I'm working. What's my job? My job is to ensure uh I influence consumption on the spots, right? So I walk into an outlet. Yeah, that's why I told you. You're laughing. That's why I told you. That's why I told you when you go to the nightclubs, a lot of things are happening and you don't know. So typically, I walk into a nightclub and I see the mood is quite low, or I see a couple of people on some tables are drinking. I wouldn't be mentioning names of brands, yeah, but are drinking like another cognac, which is a competing cognac to my brand, right? And I'm like, nah, this has to change. So what I could do is just okay, call up the waiter or the barman, and I'm like, okay, please give me a bottle of my own cognac with the whole service ritual and everything, yeah. Then the DJ gives me like the baddest music, and there's this all eyes on me, all eyes on me, stop the club for me. Then you have the drinks on my table, maybe with some bottles of champagne on my table. Then people go like, oh, who is that? What drink is that? Oh, who is that? What drink is that? And they're like, oh, barman, I think I want a bottle of that drink. I think I want a bottle of that drink. Trust me, my job there is done. So most times I'm in the club, I order the bottles, just take a glass, and I leave. Like I leave the club. I'm done for the night. I move to the next venue. Say 11 o'clock, I'm in another club. All right. Repeat the same thing. Have conversations, see what's happening. This time around, I could go to another club and some of my drinks are on the table already. So I just have some conversations with a couple of friends. Well, I see a couple of people drinking. I ask them what they think about some drinks. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? We have those kind of conversations. Pour a glass here, pour a glass there. Move to another club. So I hop from club to club to club. Say I visit like 4, 5 nightclubs in one night. Then before you know it, it's 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. already, and you're like, oh, okay, time to sleep. I have a meeting by 9 a.m. So that's literally that's literally how my life goes. So you see, for me, it's no longer fun. For me, it's work. Now, a couple of people in the club will see someone like me in the club and they buy drinks because of me. Because they feel so. I don't know how it is in India, but in Nigeria, you see, and I said I was going to highlight the reasons why a lot of people go to the clubs. Yeah, I observe people go to the clubs for different reasons. A couple of people go to the club just because they want to like detach from work. Maybe you've had a very stressful week at work. Yeah, you just want to loosen up, have fun, some shots of tequila, good, listen to good music, and just catch a vibe. Yeah. Some people go to the club because they want to say hook up with same or opposite sex, want to meet new people. Yeah. A couple of people go out because of that. You see, a couple of people go to the club because they want to what's it called? They want, so we call them ambitious socials. Yeah. You see, a couple of people go to the club because they feel that's where it's happening. So when I look around the neighborhood and I look at the influencers, the guys that are the so-called big boys and big girls in town, what do? They go to this nightclub. Okay, I want to be in that nightclub. I don't have anything I'm doing there, but I just want to be there because that's where I see everybody's going. So you see, those are the kind of people you see in the nightclub. So a couple of people come to the club, they don't even know why they are there. They didn't have any pre-planned intentions of spending XYZ amount or buying this drink. Those are my target markets. So I'm in the club. I see a couple of people like that. They don't know why they are there. They are easily influenced. So my job is to influence them directly or indirectly to ensure they are buying the drinks I want them to buy. So it's a pretty interesting life, trust me, because you get to see you get to see your persuasive work, you get to see your hard work, you get to see everything you're doing in real time. You get to see the effect in real time, and at the end of the day, people are having fun. And come on, that's it. So okay, I think I'm saying too much already. That's about it.
No, 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 Femi, that was
No,
such a
Femi,
beautiful.
this
Yeah.
whole conversation has been very interesting for me because I've never really conversed with someone who actually works or is like the nightclub is their workplace. And
And I
like your
really like how
observation is
Femi categorize these few set of people. Like even now that I think of it, it's so so true. No matter where you are, as that was really cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
very very cool.
I'm
Thank
jealous.
you,
I'm
thank
jealous of
you,
your
thank
energy.
you.
Like I swear, if I had to do this, I just couldn't sleep midway.
Mm.
And I have some colleagues that actually sleep off like while they're out for the night, and they just get like a 10 minutes break, and boom, they're
That
dozing.
would
And they're like, "Oh,
definitely be
sorry, man."
me.
And I'm like, sorry, man, that can't be me. Because when I'm out, I need to be out. When I'm in, I need to be in. That's it. So I'm all in for anything
Makes
I'm doing.
sense. Makes sense. That's
Yep,
awesome.
yep, yep, yep.
Very impressive. Okay.
So
Um,
Anand, why do you, I mean, you told me that you told us that you do not enjoy as much house parties. So Femi has told his experiences, spoken about his experiences with clubbing, which are so amazing. Makes me want to go back and do that again. But what about you? Why don't you enjoy nightclubs as much as you do house parties?
so, I mean, one of the reasons why people like going to nightclubs as opposed to house parties is this whole aspect of meeting people that you don't already know. Like, really going out there and meeting strangers. And I mean, I understand that draw, but then with nightclubs, the thing is, it's the music is so loud, you can't really have a conversation with people, and it's dimly lit and all of that. So it kind of takes away from the experience. Add to the fact that nightclubs are fairly expensive. Like you pay $10-15 just to get in, just to get the privilege of getting in, and then the alcohol that you buy is 4 or 5 times the price. I mean, which is good for
Especially if you have,
Femi.
if you exactly, especially if you have a mouth, Femi, who's gonna make you want to spend so much.
um,
That's true, though. That's true.
and my thing is that I mean, I don't understand the like I get the overheads and everything else, but it just in my head doesn't justify paying 5 times for a shot of tequila, which if I buy from like the local grocery store and have it at home is going to be 1/5 of the cost. I don't mind paying that premium for cocktails which I can't make at home. Even if like the ingredients and everything else would probably be a fraction of what the cost is, but just straight shots and liquor with mixers and beer and things. Plus, I feel like it's. I mean, there's no new experiences to be had in one perspective. Like where it's always going to be dimly lit rooms, which are going to be very crowded. And nowadays, unless it's like a good DJ playing, the choice of music is going to be not what you like. So that's my very very pessimistic outlook on nightclubs. But that being said, it is also a function of where you are, like mentally, who you are with, and the exact same place
Exactly.
can seem fun and can seem overwhelming based on where you are.
That's
That,
what I
that, that,
meant
that,
when
that,
I
that,
said,
that's that's
yeah,
that's really true.
yeah, that's very true.
That's
What
true.
mindset or that what mood you're in at that point of time, also the company that you have makes a lot of difference.
I mean, experience also varies based on who you are as a person. So I would imagine for Akshita, you and Femi, you guys like going to nightclubs 99% of the times. Whereas for someone like me, it's like maybe 15-20% of the times I have a good time, and then 80% of the times are extremely miserable. Which is not to say that uh, house parties are also like all that great all the time. And in house parties also there's like two kinds. One is the smaller, more intimate ones where you have like a handful of people,
Mhm.
and then there's the other one which is essentially like a night, which runs like a nightclub because you have like it'll probably be in
Friends
a
and then friends,
slightly bigger
friends,
space,
and
and
a few random people come
yeah,
over.
friends of friends and
Correct.
friends, and it's kind of like those Hollywood trope of the parents are away
Frat
and like a couple of
parties,
Yeah,
yeah.
frat
throw a
parties
party and then it goes
exactly.
out of
True, true,
hand
true,
and
true. Oh my God.
But but
If
but
you're a
but, but
host of
at the
such,
end of everything, yeah.
yeah.
At the end of everything, I think even the nightclubs, the house parties, it all boils down to the people you have with at the end of the day. Because I've been in house parties that imagine being in a house party that you get in say 10 p.m. It's meant to be a game night stroke a party. Yeah, you get in 10 p.m. Your plan is to leave by 5 a.m. and by 2 a.m. you're like, oh my god, someone get me out of here. Like I'm bored already. I'm tired. Like I've been in such situations, not once, not twice. You get, and you're in some situations where you
yeah.
get in 10 p.m. You're meant to leave by 5. It's like 4 a.m. and you're like, oh my god, where did the time go? Like, oh, why do we have to leave now? You get. So at the end
True,
of the day,
true.
Yeah.
it's just a function of the people you have around you. Um, going to the club, and well, let me give you a personal secret. Yeah, the best way I feel to have the best fun of both worlds, yeah, is having your house party, then transition to the club. So I do that with my friends a lot. So we start up in the house, we play games, you're having fun, you're taking shots of tequila, we're playing games and all. So we have a lot of pre-drink in the system. So that way we're cutting down on two things. We're not going to be spending exorbitantly in the club, and we already have like 60% of the fun we want to have. So you have pre-drinks at home, you have everything you need at home. Then when you guys are like semi-drunk, you drive to the club. Then that way you get to the club, you just coming in for the music. So that way you have to go to a club where you're sure the DJ is like off the hook. You guys just want to dance, party. You're not coming there to have conversations. You're not coming there to like shout over each other's yeah. Hello, hello, can you hear me? Yeah, like that's what happens in the clubs and all. So you're not coming there to you're not coming there to do that at all. You know, you're just coming there to have fun. That's like a very good trick, and it works for my friends. It works for me too when I'm not working, when I just want to have fun. Have your pre-drinks, have your parties, have everything before coming to the club. Just come to the club to dance, 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 have fun, and get out. And that's why I have I don't know. In Toronto, there's this club. It's called Coda. I don't know if you've heard of it. Like it's on the top of my list. So there are like two clubs I have on the top of my list that I want to visit. So I know a couple of people will say I have like travel destinations I want to visit. Mine, I have two clubs I want to visit. So
Hey, I like
there's one
that.
club. It's called Coda. Coda is in Toronto. Then there's this club. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Berghain in Germany, in Berlin, Germany. It's like a very,
Ah,
very
yes, that I've heard,
restricted.
Femi.
Good, good, good. It's a very restricted club. I think people are on the wait list for like weeks and months just to get in. Yeah, and you rarely see
Yeah,
pictures from the club. So the mystery around the club is the reason why I want to go there. You get, because I might get there and the music is just meh. The service could be terrible or no, but I just want to tick it off my bucket list. Like, yes, this exclusivity, and that brings me to another point. That's another reason why people go to the nightclub, because you get there. This so my very first clubbing experience. Like, let me take you back a little bit. My very first clubbing experience. I think I was about 16, 17. I hope there's no law enforcement officer around here. I was about 16, 17. Fresh out of high school, myself and a couple of friends, we spent the weekend at a friend's sister's place. She was in the uni already, right? So we spent the weekend at her hostel. Four guys, one lady. Then she was dating one of the one a club. She was dating the club manager, and she was like, "Guys, have you guys ever been to the club before?" We're like, "No, no, no." Okay, let me take you guys out. Then she packed us all in her car and took us to the club. Like, we got to the club, the wait list was long. They were literally bouncing people, like bouncing ladies, bouncing guys, bouncing ladies, bouncing guys. And she just told the bouncer, she's like, "Oh no, no, they're my brothers, they're with me." So the four of us got into the club. That was the very first time I was in the club. I got into the club and I almost ran out immediately. Like, the music was so loud. I'm like, what the hell is happening in here? Like, it was so loud. Then I had to sit down. I had to sit down by the bar, and I was just observing. Like, I sat down for like 30 minutes. Then all of a sudden, I think then, because of course we're not so solid with alcohol, so we had a powerhouse. I can never forget powerhouse energy drink. That was what the four of us had. And I don't know till date. I don't know what was in the powerhouse. We had powerhouse, and we just took over the dance floor. Like, we literally danced till daybreak. You know, that was my first ever clubbing experience, and I just danced and danced and danced. We go back home like around 4 a.m. I slept till like 12. I woke up and I was like, that's it. I'm never clubbing. It's too tiring. It's too stressful. It's too this. But like a week later, we're just sitting down at home discussing. And the guys that didn't go with us, when we were telling them our experience, like, everybody was like, "Oh my God, I want to go too. I want to go too. You guys had fun. You guys had fun." And that's how it started for me. That's literally how it started for me. So, because to every other person, it was this exclusive venue where only the big boys can get into, where only the guys in uni can get into, where only the guys that had money can get into. So we, the younger ones, we really wanted to, we were craving this exclusivity. Yeah, that's the thing about human. What someone tells you you can't get, that's exactly what you want. So that's something about the nightclubs. I think that's one reason why a lot of people go to the nightclub, because I want to get access to this exclusivity. Yeah, there are a couple of clubs in well, luckily for me, in Nigeria, I can say 70, 80% of the clubs in Nigeria, if I walk into, I will get access into because of my job. Yeah. So that's something that works for me. But you see a lot of people that can't get into some clubs. So I have friends that call me up and they're like, "Femi, I want to go to this place. Are you out this night? Let's go together. Please, I need you to be by my side so that they can let me in." You get that exclusivity where you feel, what is behind that door? I want to see what's happening. Like, when you see the long queues and all, I think I heard that's one of the reasons why I want to visit Koda, because they said Koda, the wait list in Koda is so terrible. Like, on the night, you see like a very long queue because people want to get in. Like, you're paying in advance to go in and buy expensive drinks. Yes, we know that, but it's an experience. It's a once in a lifetime experience. It's the fun you're paying for. You're not paying for the drink. You're not paying for the club. You're not paying for the music. You're paying for the experience. That's how I console myself, though. But deep down, I know sometimes I know I'm just deceiving myself. But that's how I console myself. I tell myself I'm paying for the experience. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So I think it depends on what you want from it. So to some people, the nightclubs might be overrated. To some people, the nightclubs are like the perfect place to be. So I think it just depends on what you want from it exactly. That's mine. That's what I would say.
I think I absolutely agree with Femi's point of just wanting to know what's behind those doors. Because even for me, most in undergrad, most of our friends had their own bachelor pads or their own places where we could have house parties. And we did do what Femi said. We used to go pre-drink in the house, and then that aspect of let's go out. We haven't been to this club. Everyone talks about this club. Let's go and see what it's about. And as you said, when you're younger
Exactly.
and you're not, you know, like you can't go yet, or it's just for the much elder people, but then you just want to go and experience that kick, not, I would say kick, but that excitement of just wanting to see what it is what pushes you to go into a club. That I think that's something I really agreed with. But then I also think there's been so many times where I've been to a club and I've just not been in the right mode. So I've just been sitting silently. And you know what? When there's like a million people around you dancing to this loud music, it's like you're forced, not forced, but then it's like socially, it's not acceptable to be sitting down on a table and just like relaxing because everyone's there outside having a good time, dancing, just going wild, as you said. So that's when you start preferring to actually just chill at home, because even though you don't want to, even though you just want to chill and you've gone to a club, you're like socially expected to fit in with the crowd. So maybe that's the reason why some people just decide to stay at home and have house parties, because in house parties you can just be yourself, but if you want to go wild you can go wild, like no one's stopping you. Hopefully no cops come around. I've had experiences like that as well. But yeah. But yeah, I think that's something that I thought of while you were speaking, that even though it exactly what you said, there have also been the opposite such situations where I haven't felt comfortable in the club because I just wanted to chill and relax. And just looking
Trust
at
me,
everyone else
I,
party, it's just yeah.
I was still in that kind of situation sometime in December. So it happens. It happens to every. And the worst position you want to be in is on a Friday night when you're not really are in a club with a terrible. That's like the worst position to be in.
Oh,
So
correct,
yeah,
correct.
like you're not in the right mood, and the DJ is not making matters better. Like he's making everything worse. Like you want to kill yourself. Like why the hell am I here? Someone get me out of this. So that happens a lot. And there's this I think sometime in December I was in a nightclub and I wasn't just feeling the music like what's it called? Like every song the DJ was playing, I'm like, nah man, you shouldn't have switched yet. You should wait, let that song finish. Nah, play this song. It got to a point that I just stood up and I'm like, oh, that's it, I'm done here. But I couldn't leave, yeah, because so there's some clubs you go to and you can't drive by that time of day, yeah. So I just went to the car park, sat in my car, and I started playing my own music in my own car till I slept off. Like that was literally like I just kept
Wow.
on playing my music in my car till I slept off. So it happens. There are days you're not just feeling it, yeah. And trust me, as you get older, there are days you don't want to be in that. I think when life hits you. So another reason why a couple of people will tell you they don't go to the nightclub is when you think of say you work Monday to Friday, there are a lot of deliverables, there's this, there's that. I remember you have bills. Oh, student loan coming soon. So you remember things like that. And you're like, and you're like,
Oh,
oh
I
my
love
God, do I
this.
really, do I really want to do this? Like, I should be thinking about how to make money and this and that. So you see a lot of people tell you, nah, I don't want to go to club because of that. I have a lot of things I'm thinking of. I have a lot of responsibilities. So there are different reasons, I think. And at the end of the day, I just feel to each man his own, right? Whatever makes you happy, wherever you feel comfortable. But I don't believe in a dull lifestyle though. You need to have fun. Like either at home
True.
or in the club or somewhere you need to have fun. You need to have fun. Like, come on. There's this saying we used to say when I was in school. It's in Yoruba, so I would try to translate it. Yeah. So the saying is should I say it in Yoruba? Then I will translate. This
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
please.
please.
Yeah, do both.
Yes.
Yeah.
this they say alaye ló ní first class. Now, what does that mean? So it's the person that's alive that that will finish or that will graduate with a first class. So when you're in the uni and you're all stressed up and you're thinking about my books, thinking about my life, thinking about this, someone will just come up to you and like, guy, it's the person that's alive that will have a first class, man. Let's go out. Let's have fun. Let's have some drinks. Let's party. When you party and you remove that from your mind, you can come back to it tomorrow. But for now, stop thinking. Because when I was in the uni, we had a lot of cases of people that committed suicide, people that like ran nuts, people that. So interestingly, I in my unit then, my faculty was in a white building, so they used to call it the White House. And so there was this guy. He was so good. He was rarely going to like. He never used to go to parties. He never used to go anywhere. It was just his book, his book, his book, his book. He was so focused, and he ran nuts, like literally. Like it became Obama in the White House because it was like, oh, Obama is going to the second year in the White House. Like Obama is not living in the White House, so they started calling him Obama. Like he was not graduating, he was not going anywhere. He was like literally not. So when people tell you, they're like, oh my God, do you want to become Obama? Come on, man, drop that book. Let's have fun for like 10 minutes. Let's have fun for like 30 minutes. And that has been my mantra all through life. Like, come on, whenever you have the opportunity to just chill out and have fun, have fun. Like, of course, always know what you want though. Like it's be focused at the end of the day, but don't lose sight of fun. That's it, man. I'm a fun person and I will always want to have fun.
Yeah, and I think even as a sort of bonding activity, I feel going out to clubs, it's almost like for me, it's like you get over the part where you're buying expensive alcohol, getting over getting drunk, and then when you get out and the what some people call the post chill, where after you've been out like 2 or 3 a.m. and then you go out to get something to eat, and then and then the conversations that you have at that point of time with people is generally more intimate than what you would have at other times of the day, at other times of the week also. And
And that is very true. That is very true. That is very true. Like you just reminded me of work. So when you have field visits, say you have like the MD or you have like your regional manager, you have a couple of top management in your region, right? And you guys go clubbing
Mhm.
together. They're like 3 a.m. We sit down together and we're having, should I call it breakfast by 3 a.m. Post alcohol, post partying, the kind of
Yeah.
conversations you have at that point, and you're like, oh my God, this is my MD, this is my boss's boss. Like on a normal day, he doesn't say these kind of things. He's not this relaxed. We don't get to become friends on this level. But after the night out, when you guys are eating, the kind of conversations you have, and it's just so relaxed, and you guys become more friends on a personal level outside work. Like it happens a lot. It happens a lot. I've seen it happen a lot, and I am a witness. I've made a lot of friendships post post night out. Like you're
Yeah.
done drinking, you're done having fun, just sitting down, eating something spicy. That's very key. Something spicy after the alcohol rump.
Mm.
This is something spicy
Spicy,
and just
nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just having conversations. True. Yeah, that's true. And thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, because that's the thing that I go for. So like the whole part where you and Akshita were talking about having fun, that's the part I'm, that's like
For you,
the
that's the fun part.
taking.
The post clubbing part is
Yeah,
the
for
fun
me the
part.
post chill is the fun part, and but I also agree with what Akshita said about just the idea, the experience. So like even when it comes to alcohol, I don't like drinking alcohol. I don't like the taste of any kind of alcohol, but I like what it stands for, what it signifies, because you'll never have alcohol at work just before a stressful meeting, or it's always when you're celebrating something or when you're out with friends. So similarly with nightclubs, it's like it is the epitome, the pinnacle of having a good time, socializing, and being with like being. So I mean, just for that, I sometimes also like going. Yeah.
Makes sense, makes
That's
sense.
cool.
That
That makes a
does,
lot of
yeah.
sense.
I like
But
how
at the end of the
most of
day,
our conversations are about how clubs. I mean, I think I see at least me and Femi favor clubs more than. I mean, and I would favor clubbing more than house parties. Definitely a very different vibe. But yeah, sorry, Anag, you're
Oh.
outnumbered on this one.
but
No,
I
that's
think
fine.
so.
I
To me, so
like getting a
back to the topic.
contrarian.
back to the topic, I would say nightclubs are not awkward. That's gonna be my response. Nightclubs are not awkward to a lot of people. Maybe to
uh,
Anag it is, but to a lot of people they're not awkward. They can be tiring, but they're not
I feel
awkward.
like for me, it's awkward if I don't have the correct company. If I don't have the correct set of friends, then I'll feel a little out of
Mm.
place. I'll feel a little, don't know who to speak to, don't know what to do. If I want to dance, but I don't know someone who's at the right same level of comfortable with me, so I don't know how to dance with them. So I think, yeah, I think that's a good point. Even though I do like clubbing, if I'm not with the correct people, I will feel awkward, no matter how good the vibe is, no matter how good the DJ or the music is, no matter how good the drinks are. But yeah, I think that's a valid point for me, at least.
That makes a lot of
yeah,
sense.
and
That makes a
and
lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
and to some extent that can even compensate for all the things that we talked about which are problematic with clubs, like for example having to stand in a queue. When I think over it, there have been nights where I've stood outside a club to get in for like an hour, but the company that I was with, and like Femi suggested, we pre-gamed already, so the party had already sort of started, and the company that I was with, we were horsing around while standing in the queue. So even that experience was fun. Whereas there have been nights where in that same club I got instant access, but the company wasn't nice, or I was not in the right frame of mind to be having a good time, and it didn't turn out to be nice. So I think the and with house parties, I think majorly, more or less, the company is always going to be nice because it's always going to be people that you know. Unless, of course, it is a house party where you don't know anyone.
True,
Then
true,
I guess at
true,
that point of time, that's as good as going to a nightclub, in my opinion.
true.
That's very true. Very
Yeah,
true.
house parties
So that
actually.
brings me back to the whole experience. The experience is the most important part of the clubbing. The experience. The experience with friends, with
That's
people you feel
true.
comfortable
That's
around.
true.
Yeah, I think that wraps up our conversation for today. I don't even know if there is anything for me to summarize, because the gist is that we should pre-game and then go to the clubs with the right people, and you'll have fun. Or in fact, you can probably merge the two together: pre-game, have a house party, and then go to the club, and then more importantly, go out after for the post chill to go eat something spicy
Exactly.
and have intimate conversations.
Spicy. Nice.
Yeah,
But
that's true. But
uh,
don't have pineapple drinks. You throw up.
don't have pineapple drinks and don't have Hawaiian pizzas is Femi's
Femi's
advice
advice for the
for a
day.
good time. uh,
That's
all right,
nice, nice.
so I guess let's move on to the next final section of the episode, which is the funny slash insightful incident of the week. I feel like this whole episode was funny incidents of our
Of our lives.
life. But anyways, do you guys have anything, anything that you'd want to talk about, Femi?
Akshita just came back from a holiday. Like she should have a lot of funny and
Oh
insightful
my
things that
God.
happen.
I don't know if funny or insightful, but definitely fun. A lot of stories. Oh my God. So, basically for our viewers, or sorry, our listeners. Oh, why do I always keep saying viewers? Our listeners. Who did not know, I had just gone for a surfing holiday for the first time in my life. I'm trying something adventure. And honestly, I was telling Anna, I think I mentioned this in one of my previous podcasts as well. I was petrified. I was so scared. I thought I'll come back with broken bones and just like definite injuries on my body. And I do have a lot of injuries now. It's not like I have not. But what an experience. I think the first 15 minutes that I actually started, I just looked at my friend, and so me and another friend had gone together. And I just looked at her and I was just like, what have we gotten ourselves into? Why? What were we thinking when we decided to just go surfing? Two of us who she doesn't even know swimming. I know swimming, but I've never waded so deep into the water on any beach at all. And we just decided to go up and go surfing. And I think just give it some time, and I was not ready to come out of the water. Like my instructor was telling me, okay, listen, it is time. We need to leave. It's been 4 hours. And I'm just like, nope, one last one, one last one. And it was, yeah, and it teaches you so much. It teaches you patience, teaches you perseverance because you just fall. So basically, 2 days I just fell. I just fell. Like I was falling on my face, on my butt, on my hands, on my stomach, on each and every part of my body. I was just falling. But then after you fall and after you have to come back from the shore into the ocean again, that 10 minutes of struggle that you have to pull your surfboard or pick up your surfboard and get in, that teaches you so much. Because every time you're just like, is this really worth it? Like, do I really want to go and get bashed again by the waves? But then once you're inside, you're ready for it. So that 10 seconds that you have when the wave comes and you try to stand up on it is worth the 10 minutes of getting bashed and then walking back. So it's not insightful. It's just something I learned with this experience where I was too much fun. And the people I met, oh my God, what different people, fun people, what very, very different life stories. I've had people who have been solo traveling with one girl was solo traveling with her mother. They had just done scuba diving, skydiving. Now they were doing surfing. 58-year-old mother, that was amazing. She was doing
Wow.
surfing. That was really cool. There was another artist who just travels across, goes and lives in these homestays for free and offers to paint the walls or make murals on the walls, and that's just his life. He goes free of cost and does this. So it was so interesting to see so many people. So that was fun. That was really fun.
That's nice. I've never gone surfing. I would really love to experience it.
Yeah, I think yeah, I really think you should. If you like the water, then I really think.
I don't know how to
Oh,
I'm my mother's only child, so growing up, she's always like, "No, Femi, don't go close to the water. Don't go close to the water." So whenever I go to the beach, like I just sit by the bank. I don't go close to the
Yeah, that does make sense. I think my mom's very similar, even though I'm not the only child. Every time I go even just a little bit, she's like, no, come back, don't go so deep. I'm just like, ma, I've not even reached my knees.
water. That's nice. Uh, do I have a funny? Uh, I have an insightful incident from the week, and I have a very annoying incident from. So I will start with the annoying incident from the week. Yeah. So what's it called? So there's a curfew in Edo State. So I'm currently in Edo, Nigeria. Yeah. There's a curfew. It starts 10 p.m. till 5 a.m. So I decided to do something on Friday because it's been a while I went to the nightclub, yeah. So I decided to see what was happening. And you have to go. I'm sorry, well, this just it sort of rhymes with what we're talking about, interestingly. So you have to be at the club say before 10 p.m. and you can only leave after 5 a.m. So I got to the club like 9:45.
Wow.
Yeah, because of the coffee. So I got to the club 9:45. I was in my car. I was on my laptop working till like 11 ish. Then I got into the club, did everything I was gonna do, had fun with a couple of friends. Then it was 4:30 a.m. It was time to go. Then I stepped into my car. I started my car. My car refused. Like that was the worst thing. That was the worst thing. I don't know, Anna. I don't know if you saw my Instagram story on the first day of the month where I wrote, "This is the worst way to start the week and the month," with a black screen. That was exactly what I was referring to because it was. I think that was the day I posted the memes on Baby Yoda and the 42-year-old. Yeah, so it was that morning, and I'm like, God, this is the worst way to start my week and start my. So I had to just leave my car at the club, then get a cab. Then my driver had to pick the car like the next day. So that was like a pretty annoying part of my week. But insightful, something pretty interesting happened. So there's this group I'm in. It's mixed with a couple of people, so from different parts of the world. Yeah, on WhatsApp. It's a WhatsApp group. So a friend of mine, a Nigerian, is not on that group. So he's a colleague of mine. We work on. He tweeted something on Twitter. Yeah, I didn't even know about. Then someone in the group, a non-Nigerian, was trying to make reference and shared that tweet. Right. So this is like another group entirely. My friend from another place entirely tweeted something I didn't know. Then another nationality, I can't remember. I think the person was Ghanaian or something, was trying to make reference, and he just posted that tweet in the WhatsApp group, and he was like, "Oh, look at this thing I saw, blah blah blah," and we were commenting and commenting. Then it set me back, and I got thinking, and I'm like, "Wow, this world is really a very small global village. Like, something I'm saying here from the corner of my house here, someone in India, someone in Japan, someone elsewhere can actually see that, and that forms the person's should I say mindset or image of my country or of a topic or whatever. Something I just harmlessly tweet or post on Twitter or Instagram or something in my own house. Someone in another continent can see it, and that will be the basis of the person's opinions about a topic or about my country or something. So it got me thinking, and I'm like, okay, I think I need to do better. I think everybody around me need better. We don't know how far our social media footprints can go. We don't know how far things we say or do. So I think it was like a reflecting point for me. I had to just sit back and think, and I'm like, come on, what if my friend was like saying something really terrible, and another person or another group of people elsewhere were seeing it, and just you get. So that was it for me. Like it was really insightful, and I had to just reflect. Like, okay, I think I need to do better. So there are times I really want to tweet annoying things about my country, but going forward, I think I'll have like a second thought, and I'm like, okay, no, someone else here could be saying this, and this is going to be the person's opinion about my country forever. So that's it. I think that's it. I was like,
That is true, Femi. Like anything you put out on the internet is there forever. You can never take it back. Very true. uh,
True, true, very
my
true.
insight, my insight of the week is: do you guys know what are the most spoken words of 2020? Apart from when will this end? And
uh,
uh,
Corona, COVID,
I wish
lockdown,
word or
quarantine.
phrase, word or phrase, or
phrase.
group of words. Okay, so is it can you hear me? Or is my mic
Yeah.
on? Oh,
Yeah.
um,
It's you're on mute. You're on
you're
mute.
on mute, exactly. I knew it had to be one of
Wow.
those. I just knew it had to be one of those.
Very insightful indeed.
Oh my god.
Yeah. All right. I guess
Because I think
that wraps
we
wraps up.
I think Anag still said,
Sorry.
Akshita, you're on mute. I think you said that earlier today.
Yeah, I think we had that on our call once already. Just shows how much.
Yeah.
And it's like we never learn. It's it's it's
True.
it's exactly we keep making the same mistakes again. At least I do.
Yeah, we all do. We all do. Okay. I guess that wraps up our episode for today. Thank you so much for joining us, Femi. This has definitely been the most fun we've had on the podcast so far. And yeah.
It was so much fun. I swear.
Um,
Thank you so much for joining in, Femi.
Guys, this is my first. I told you earlier. This is like the first time I'm being on the podcast. So I didn't have any expectation. So I think this literally blew my mind because I had so much fun. Like so, I think it's just been like a normal conversation. Yeah, like we're sitting in the same room and having a conversation. So I really had a lot of fun, and I wish like we can just keep on going and talk about other topics and talk about other things and just keep on talking. Like I would really love to be back here some other time talking about another interesting. Honestly, I really had
Oh,
fun.
definitely. We'd love to have you on.
oh yes, 100%
Definitely.
Femi.
Thanks for
And
having me.
hopefully we should next time we should all be together doing this, actually sharing
Yes,
Yeah,
some
like
alcoholic
we'll do this in
beverages.
basically
person. Then
over a bottle of red wine.
Yes, that's more like it.
no, or cognac, cognac.
Yeah,
Femi,
Femi,
next
yeah.
time we'll do this in person. Then pre-game and then go to a club, and then eat something spicy.
Exactly.
That's the way. I think this is
Exactly.
And then
this is
record this.
100% sorted.
So in fact,
All right.
I'm putting it. I'm
Thank
marking it in my
you.
calendar. Next time we do this, we pre-game. Then we'll go to Coda,
Uh-huh.
the club I want to visit in Toronto. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make reservations
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, well in advance.
We'll it now itself, and then we'll go to Coda. And then when we have those conversations at 4 a.m., that's when we'll record the next episode of the
Oh,
That's
that's the best. But
the-
I think yes. I think we have an entire schedule sorted now for sure. Good one, Anna.
Thanks a lot for having me on board, guys. Thanks, really fun.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank
Femi.
you, Femi. Thank you, Akshita, for your time, and thank you everyone else for listening. We release new episodes every Saturdays, 9 a.m. EST, 7 Standard Time, and look forward to catching you guys next one.